Dipti's joining us now. She's got to look through the main stories in the press. Of course, a Chinese journalist who blew the whistle on COVID has been jailed.
Yeah, that's right. For the second time, Stuart, Chinese citizen journalist Zhang Zhan was condemned to 4 years in prison for the second time. She had been released just last year after serving a first 4-year term. This over the fact that she traveled to Wuhan in February 2020 and was one of a number of independent reporters who were then detained for broadcasting reports about a severe lockdown taking place in Wuhan in February 2020. It's believed she stood trial last week again on charges of, quote, picking quarrels and provoking trouble, which The Guardian tells us today is a charge often used to target critics. Now, the trial, which Western journalists were not allowed to attend, has been slammed by the UN, human rights groups and media freedom watchdogs. Now, let's take a look at some of those reactions. This is from Reporters Without Borders, which calls this new prison sentence a symbol of the continued repression of freedom of the press in China. Meanwhile, Amnesty International also slammed this ruling, calling them baseless charges. They also expressed a lot of concern about her well-being because Zhang had been on a prolonged hunger strike.
Yeah, we saw it there on the front page of The Guardian. Egypt's president has pardoned a prominent political prisoner.
Yeah, that's right. It's here on the front of The Guardian here. Egypt set to release jailed rights activists. You can read more about it today in the New York Times, which calls Alaa Abdel Fattah Egypt's most prominent political prisoner. He, alongside several other political prisoners, have now been pardoned. This took place on Monday. He spent nearly 12 years in prison, and his pardon comes after years of struggles, dashed hopes, diplomatic pressure, and hunger strikes. He was a software developer and intellectual, the New York Times tells us. He was known for his biting commentary on the 2011 Arab Spring Revolution. Now, when Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the current president, took power in a military takeover, he then imprisoned tens of thousands of political dissidents, including Alaa, and now he's been freed, or is set to be freed. Not much in the way of the Egyptian press in terms of opinions, but we did find this one from Al Masri Al Yum, an Egyptian daily, which republished photos of Alaa coming home. These pictures were initially posted on social media.
Let's go to something a bit lighter. Ballon d'Or, football's night of nights, if you like, took place here in Paris. We've got some winners.
Yes, that's right. Paris Saint-Germain's Ousmane Dembélé winning the Ballon d'Or for the men, and Barcelona's Aitana Bonmati winning her third Ballon d'Or for the women. Now, a lot of joy and celebration in the papers. This is from the French sports paper L'Équipe, which celebrates Ousmane Dembélé's Ballon d'Or win, saying that he's now the 6th French player to win such a title. You see from Aujourd'hui en France, Le Parisien, Dembélé, one of the giants now with this new title. And in the Spanish press also really celebrating the win here for Aitana Bonmati. They call it a hat-trick. Indeed, as I said, it's her third such title.
Yeah, really well done to both of them, of course. UK now, Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson, has been dropped by several charities. This is over her past comments on Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, that's right. An email, it's on the front of the Daily Mail today. An email from 2011 revealed that she had called the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein her supreme friend, and then appeared to apologize to him for public criticism that he was facing at the time. Now, Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, was married to Prince Andrew, King Charles's brother, who himself, Prince Andrew, has been accused of sex abuse involving his very close ties to Epstein. Will the king now banish Fergie? That's what the Daily Mail asks on its front page, also calling this move by 7 charities to drop her a humiliating one for Fergie. And there's a lot of opinion pieces in the British papers today. There's one such one from the London Evening Standard, which says that after initially distancing herself from Epstein in 2011, she then reached out to him, accepting £15,000 to pay off a debt. Her banishment in the light of this email is her own doing, a result of her profligacy.
And finally from Dipti, researchers in Australia, they've made a very unusual observance, apparently in the sea.
Yeah, that's right. The University of Sunshine Coast, which, to be honest, sounds like a great university.
It does. I wouldn't mind going there.
They discovered leopard sharks mating in the wild, something that up to now had only been seen in sharks in captivity. Even more astonishingly, they discovered 2 males and a female shark in what could only be described as a sex orgy, a shark sex orgy. This, or a menage a trois off the crystal blue waters off the coast of New Caledonia.
Yeah.
The randy males apparently lasted all of about 110 seconds, is in The Guardian, before they lost their energy and lay immobile on the bottom of the sea, while the sated female swam away toward this shark sex tape was also caught on video, if ever you're extremely curious.
I was going to say, all the women in the world are now going, yeah, that's normal.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's about right. Thanks a lot, Titi, with the papers here on France 24.